everyone. Thank you for having me this grand occasion. I'd just like to say that although I volunteered to speak on this themed meeting, I'm not really a movie guy. So if my speech is in any way, a downer to anyone who's like a really big movie buff, I apologize. It's just my personal opinion. So the title of my speech is going to be The Decline of the Movie Industry. So I actually want to start off with a little bit of an interaction. Just a quick show of hands. How many people have actually been to the movies to see a movie in the past, the past week? Okay, we have one. How about the past month? So about 3 people. So you can kind of see that the popularity of movies is sort of declining, and I'd like to attribute it to a few different things. But I'd just like to say that I would assume, a few years ago, this may have been a little different. And this is really just kind of attributed to the declining quality of the movie industry. I actually have here the top 50 films of all time. I have a list here as decided upon by the AFI, which is the American Film Institute. There's a lot of different lists out there that have been compiled based on moviegoers and stuff like that, but I thought that this list would be the most appropriate as it's decided upon by a lot of film buffs and movie experts and stuff like that. So I have the list of the top 50 films. I want to, again, stick with this interaction and just ask you a question. Out of these 50 films, how many films do you think were made in the past 25 years? So since 1985, how many films do you think made this top 50 list?
10.
I heard 15, I heard 10, I heard 5, I heard 2.
7.
The winner by proximity is Landry with 2. The correct answer is actually 1. Only 1 movie in the past 25 years has made this list. Does anyone have any guess what that movie is?
Got Out.
It was actually Schindler's List in 1993. So with the billions and billions of dollars that we constantly throw at these celebrities and actors and directors and writers and all the advancements in technology and special effects that we've had over the past 25 years, only 1 movie has made that top 50 list. And the funny thing about it is it's actually a black and white movie. So it just goes to show that the money and the celebrities, and I personally feel that our country is so involved in celebrity life, and I have conversations with my friend about this all the time. I just don't see the interest, and they kind of liken it to my interest in sports. So I can understand how some people do, they really like that celebrity gossip and stuff. I find the same way about sports, but it's just not for me. So with that being said, I'd like to kind of get into this concept that was introduced to me by my father. Actually, it's called the entertainment dollar. Is anyone familiar with that concept? Okay, so the entertainment dollar is actually the amount of money that each family budgets into their monthly or yearly budget, which is actually spent on entertainment for whatever that may be, going out to dinner or going skiing, or in this case going to the movies. So my parents have owned a restaurant for over 20 years, and the one thing that was always stressed to me was that there's so many restaurants out there. We have to make sure that we provide the best customer service possible to encourage everyone to spend their entertainment dollar here, and what separates us from everyone else. So with the recent economic downturn, this entertainment dollar is rapidly shrinking. So people have to worry about their bills and mortgages and stuff like that. It's really putting a clamp on this entertainment dollar. And the cost of a trip to the movies is more expensive than it's ever been. I did some research and looking at ticket prices. Depending on whether it's a weekday or a weekend, they go up or down. And just basically for a family of 4 to go to the movies with tickets, popcorn, drinks, it could cost upwards of $75, $80 just for a family of 4 to have an hour-and-a-half long activity. And I really personally only see 2 main benefits in actually going to the movies. One would be the experience. So you're actually in the theater and you see it projected up on a big grand screen. And the other thing would be the time frame. So speaking upon the experience, going to the theater is awesome. You get to see everything, like I said, projected on the big screen, and they have these IMAX movies now where it's like these panoramic movies, and that's great and everything, but the experience can also be a negative one. as you have people around you that you don't know that could be talking and kind of really ruining the ambiance for the movie. And the floors are always sticky and the cleanliness isn't really that good. And if you have to run to the bathroom, you can't pause it, you just miss. So as great as the experience is in the movie theater, there are definitely some drawbacks. And the other thing I wanted to speak about was the time frame. Really the only thing about going to the movie theater is you get to see it right when it comes out. And as I just mentioned, we've only had one great movie in the last 25 years, so I don't really see the rush to kind of get to the movies right away to see these movies, because according to the American Film Institute, over the last 25 years, with the exception of Schindler's List, we haven't really had that many great movies. So, the title of my speech is the project that I'm speaking about is to persuade with power. So, if you're looking to cut costs, there are much cheaper options than going to the movies. There's, we have TiVo now and DVR, where, if movies are on demand, you can record them and watch them at your leisure. And Netflix, I'm sure everyone's familiar with Netflix. You can have a Netflix membership for as low as, I think, $4.99 a month. So if this is something that you do frequently and, you want to cut down on costs, there are definitely some other options out there. And the movie industry is realizing this. They're starting to promote these gimmicks, like I said, IMAX, and they have these 3D movies now where they give you the glasses. So, in summation, don't fall for these silly gimmicks. Be smart with your money. We all work really hard for the money that we have. So choose wisely when you're spending your entertainment dollar. Thank you.
Yay!